So let me close. How do we get there? The interim targets. The global energy system is currently very inefficient. Okay? And that means that there is a lot of scope to really make gains there. So the carbon emissions have just begun to be priced. So again, from the policy front, if there are sufficient incentives in the market, that will induce the industry captains to look more closely and the consumers to also look more closely at it. And finally, most of the current infrastructure that we have is going to be obsolete and will be completely replaced in 50 years. So that gives us also room to be able to put on stream some innovative technologies and so on. So there are many opportunities for new technologies, energy efficiency, and a gradual shift to lower carbon to hydrogen ratios. Okay? But we really need to induce and foster more rapid change and action. We can't sort of just be talking about things. There are things that are not quite perfect, but they're getting us part of the way there. And we need to look at them seriously. The other thing which is more serious is the fact that we need to ensure that the changes that we obtain, the positive ones that we obtain by doing all of these things, are not offset by bad habits. Okay? Bad habits are both at the corporate level as well as at the level of individuals. What's involved is the task of changing really a huge global industry. For example, in the case of the automotive industry, which moving away from oil to electricity, that entails a huge shift in terms of finances as well as psychological. And many in the industry know that the good times might end soon, but it's difficult for them to leave the party right now while they're still making money, they're still selling cars. So there is awareness, but there isn't enough of an incentive to move forward, and there is perhaps too much inertia. Much the same can be said about individuals. We're all really aware of what is at stake, but many of us, including myself, are not really willing to systematically, on a day-to-day basis, examine all of the things that we do and say, okay, I'm going to walk instead of drive or cycle, I'm going to plan what I buy, I don't need grapes in July, I don't need to eat mangoes all year round, but you buy local produce, that type of thing. But I think really this can all be encapsulated or likened for both industry and individuals to the saying or the attitude of St. Augustine when he says, "Make me chaste, Lord, but not yet." We have a grouping of core people at the Institute for Integrated Energy Systems who work on an array of issues to try to address these things. And if you need further information, here's the website. Thank you for your attention. That type of question, but suffice it to say that most of the debate there is in the realm of economists, and as you know, on any economic issue, you typically can get about 50% of them to have one opinion and 50% to have the opposite. So, and I've heard arguments from both sides. I'm not going to repeat them.
You did